if you look at this vehicle, you straight away know it's a 7-seater SUV. That bulk, stance, size shows that it's a large vehicle. On top of that, the the large wheels and tires on this car confirms it. I'll tell you why. If you look closely, even the tire says SUV, designed for SUVs. So this is the new Hyundai Santa Fe. Well, not really new, but for Malaysia it's new. This is a hybrid, not a plug-in hybrid, just a hybrid, which means it's got a engine, petrol-powered engine, with a motor mated to it, working with a 6-speed gearbox to propel this large 7-seater SUV with ease. We'll go into that later when I take you out for a test drive. But more importantly is, why is Hyundai selling a hybrid in Malaysia? Now, they've had a diesel before, very successful. They've had a petrol version, equally successful. And then things started to taper down a little bit because the market got excited with hybrids coming in. Now, who are the hybrids? Well, the immediate competitors from Japan, and we know from China. China has brought in a lot of brands with hybrid engines, and they're getting more and more popular. Yes, we have electric cars coming from China, but it's the hybrids that are starting to get noticed, because a lot of Malaysians are saying, hey, I don't really want an electric car right now. I'm not ready yet, but a hybrid I want, because I can save fuel, I can still go long distance without any hassle, without thinking about charging. And third and most importantly, the new hybrids are actually very fuel efficient, which I will explain again when we're driving the vehicle. So, underneath the hood, you've got a petrol engine, like I said, mated to an electric motor, and that electric motor doesn't need to be plugged in or working with the battery system that's plugged in. This is a hybrid, so you just drive it and it will charge by itself. You don't need to think about plugging in, or you don't think about how it works. It works seamlessly. So let's look at the design of this vehicle. Nice, slim headlamps, almost cat-like. Bigger lamps here. Beautiful grille treatment. I like this grille treatment. It's like a cascading, design. I like the light treatment also. It's more effective at night. Nice trim here, which shows that this is not a hardcore off-roader. It's a soft roader, but still able to go off-road, light off-road. Earlier, like we said, 19-inch wheels. I'm quite partial to the design, the combination of the black and grey and silver. Listen to how the door shuts. This is a solid SUV. Then you got 3-row seating at the back. So, if you put the rear down, of course the rear is automated. You'll notice very clear arrow-shaped rear lamps, light bar following right to the edge to the next lamps. The word hybrid there very clearly stating its intention, and roof rails and shark antenna. So this is the Santa Fe hybrid in Malaysia right now, and the best news is it was launched at slightly above 200,000 ringgit. Now it's just about 180 odd thousand ringgit. Yes, there's a big discount on this car, because why? It's end of the year, it's December, Christmas. A lot of people and a lot of brands are doing clearance, and that's a normal thing. The Chinese brands who launched Class 2-3 months ago are all clearing at large discounts. So Hyundai had to do the same thing. So at above 180,000, this is a very, very interesting offer for a 7-seater, 1.6-liter hybrid car that is fully imported. Remember that, fully imported, which means quality, fit, finish, paint, that's metallic white paint, is all top notch. And remember this, Hyundai is very close to European car quality. Why? They sell a lot of these cars in Europe and America. Very popular. So let's get inside, take it for a test drive, and I'll explain more about the drivetrain. So when you get into the Hyundai Santa Fe, start stop button is here, ignition button is here. All your controls are here. Aircon controls are here. The screen is here. There will be people who will say, why such a small screen? Now, you don't need a big screen. I know a lot of car manufacturers have started giving huge screens, 3 screens, 2 screens, rectangular screens, square screens, whatever. Well, that's all preference. For me, I've always said a screen as simple as possible, straightforward information. I don't need something glaring at me. I don't need, a buffet of information which I will not even use half the time to be sitting on my front. Very simple. Radio, channels, menu, and the all-important hybrid function. Now, as we get moving, I will show you what the hybrid function does, but I want to show you this simple gear shifter. Hyundai has just given us buttons P, reverse, N, D. That's all. All just alphabet sitting here. You straight away know what to do. You got your drive mode here. You got smart, which is a Hyundai proprietary mode, which means you give you best of all worlds. Then you got eco, of course, to get the best consumption possible. You got sport, it turns into red, to give you added zest. 2 hands on the wheel, of course. Okay, so you know it's got enough poke when you need it. Then we go to smart. Now I'd rather leave it in smart because why? Daily commuting, you want a little bit of power when you see the open road, and the rest of the time you're just doodling in traffic. Like now it's past office hours. Earlier when we were getting to our location, we were just doodling in traffic. So this is where smart comes in terms of drive mode. And then you got seat ventilation. The moment you see seat ventilations, hey, this is a fully imported car, because they give you aircon controls for your seat, or you can go for heater if you're in a 4-season climate, which we are not. We don't need heaters. Some people might want. You got your charging functions here. You got cup holders. You got a very big glove box here. Aircon vents. So everything is very... Oh, I can feel the aircon already on the seats. Fantastic. Then easy to operate radio system. Now, straightforward, nothing special. But here's the surprise. Even though it's not carrying a premium branded sound system, you still get a pretty good sound system. Of course, we're on BFM, my favorite radio station. They're doing an interview right now. But this is something where you need to get into the showroom when you're on a test drive, and then you appreciate the sound system that has been provided. Straightforward instrument cluster. Meters there. Of course, they're digital, but they look like analog. So caters to a different segment of people. Some people like all the little fancy, gimmicks and all that. I like a straightforward thing. You see your fuel consumption here, and you see your battery consumption here. You got charge, eco, power. It shows you how your battery is working for you in real time. You don't have to do anything. This is not a plug-in hybrid. This is just a pure hybrid vehicle. The computer system works with the 1.6 liter petrol turbocharged smart stream engine. This engine has been with Hyundai for a long time. It's used in a lot of vehicles. But in Malaysia, first time you're seeing it in this configuration in use. Very tight turning radius. Fantastic for our city driving. See, even in smart, I've got enough power when I need it, or else I just cruise. Nice, thick steering wheel feel, multifunction. You got pedal shifters here. You don't really need them because the car responds very well with the gearbox. You remember, you've got a 1.6 liter, again, petrol-driven engine, turbocharged. It'll give you, combined with the battery system, 350 Newton meters of torque. And if you want to know what's happening with your hybrid system, you just press a button here, hybrid, and it tells you what's happening. Real-time information on your consumption, your electric motor use, what's happening, which way it's going. Can you see when I accelerate, things change. When I decelerate, things change again. So it's real-time information. You don't need to bother too much about it. Let it work its magic. It's there just to entertain your passengers. Safety systems. All the safety systems that you will need in today's hectic driving world is included in this Hyundai Santa Fe. Go to the website dsf.my, click search on the search button, Santa Fe diesel, and all the information is there. Too much to mention in this short video. I just want to give you a taste of it. Touch and feel points, stock controls, all premium feel. One feature which Hyundai has, which I love, they also have it in their sister company Kia. Whenever you use your signal, a camera opens up on the right to give you a very clear view of what's going on. Of course, you got your side view mirror, but having that camera is an added bonus. You also have it on your left side. As long as you have your signal on, that camera will be on. Okay, so very clear view on the side. Yes, you have your mirrors, but added feature, added safety. Now, how does it feel on the open road? Sound insulation is very good. This car is well built, so the insulation is very good. Even during heavy traffic, you don't hear a lot of exterior noise. This is what we call, better build quality. And damping, just right. It's an SUV, it's a big vehicle, so you're going to be carrying passengers a lot of times. Okay, when you go for long distance drives and all, seat comfort, very nice. Okay, cornering, oops, red light, braking, very good. So it's an all-rounder box ticker. It ticks all the boxes for the family vehicle. First of all, you got space for 7. If you put down the third row seat, you got loads of luggage room, and it folds flat, easy to do. Just tug and it falls. Then it's got headrest even in the rear. So if you have to put a small, slim adult in the third row, they will be comfortable. Yes, leg room is a little bit restricted in the third row, but you got a second row for slightly taller people. So you can carry 7 people or 5 with a lot of luggage. Then you got a 1.6 liter engine, which means your road tax is really cheap, hardly anything to think about, and your fuel consumption is fantastic. It's rated at 6 liters for 100 kilometers. Now, we have seen people achieve 7, 7.5, 8. I've managed to get 7.5, but I've not had enough time to really push the boundaries in terms of long distance driving, because we had it over a weekend and it was a very busy weekend. So we mostly drove this car around the city. Apart from that, you got everything else you need to work this car. Look at it. My seat cooling is fantastic, and I'm only at number 1. So, keeping the family cool, keeping the family comfortable, keeping your passengers happy, entertainment, everything is there, right there. At just about 100 over 1,000 ringgit, how can you say you're not interested to take this car further? So, go into a showroom, take it for a test drive, understand what it's all about, try that sound system out, because I think you're going to really enjoy the sound system and appreciate what Hyundai has done in terms of delivering a cabin. Look at that, look at my pickup, and I'm in smart mode. So Hyundai has managed to give an entertaining sound system despite it not being some branded, product. Safety systems working very well.